OK, well, it's not a good day for the Runcorn and Helsby MP, Mike Amesbury, is it? Yes, he's been sent down to 2.5 months behind bars for assault, 10 weeks. Hi, I'm Emily Carver, and this is GBN Originals. Yes, the 55-year-old Amesbury, well, he's admitted to attacking 45-year-old constituent Paul Fellows in Frodsham, Cheshire. Now, after Amesbury hit Fellows, he went on to say, "You won't threaten the MP ever again, will you?" The Prime Minister labelled the incident shocking, adding that Labour had moved very swiftly to respond. Yes, they did, in fact, suspend him quite quickly, but he is still an independent MP. Now, Nigel Farage immediately demanded a by-election, and the Conservatives started its candidate selection process last week. Now, Amesbury's 10-week prison sentence could spark a contest if 10% of constituents sign a petition forcing a by-election. However, an MP losing their seat as a result of a recall petition does not stop them from standing in any resulting by-election. Now, earlier today we spoke to political editor Christopher Hope. Let's take a listen. And in the last few minutes we can bring you some breaking news. Yes, the former Labour MP Mike Amesbury has now been sentenced to 10 weeks in prison after admitting to assaulting a man.
This is a serious sentencing, and it could lead, of course, to a by-election, the first of this Parliament. Let's cross straight to Downing Street. Speak to our political editor Christopher Hope for more details. Christopher, this is a very, very serious conviction.
It really is. Hi Tom, hi Emily from Downing Street. Now this news broke in the past 5 minutes, so we haven't got a response yet from Sir Keir Starmer. Of course, Mike Amesbury is no longer a Labour MP. He was suspended by the party back in October 2024 last year when CCTV pictures emerged of him punching a man in Cheshire. "You won't threaten the MP ever again, will you?" is what he said. Now, he pled guilty to charges on the 16th of January this year, and he's now been sentenced today to 10 weeks in prison. Now, he might appeal. We don't know if he's appealing this yet, but if it's not appealed, this will trigger a recall petition and could force a by-election in this seat. Now, it's a seat which the party held with a majority of around 20,000 last time, Labour, but it's certainly a seat which I'm pretty sure Reform UK have been selecting candidate and are active in the seat. So this could be the first big test of Sir Keir Starmer, Labour, of their young administration. A big moment in politics here.
Using the internet without a VPN, a virtual private network, is a bit like taking to the road without car insurance. All it takes is one unlucky moment to cost you a lot of cash. This video's sponsor is Private Internet Access. They are the VPN to help keep you safe. Click the link in the description below to find out why over 30 million people have downloaded PIA to protect themselves online. A virtual private network is an app that hides your IP address and helps keep your data private. When you're browsing the internet at home, you give up a large amount of data to businesses, to shops, and indeed to social media giants too. Hackers have the ability to steal your personal data with ease, including sensitive information such as passwords, keystrokes, and even your personal photos. Private Internet Access helps protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection to keep your data out of the hands of cyber criminals. And it's not just hackers either to be concerned about. Information can be censored too. When Canada passed their C18 bill, social media giants decided to ban news content on their platforms. But PIA can protect your ability to consume the news and content you love. Private Internet Access is available for Windows users, Mac OS, Android, Linux, iOS, and you can use one PIA subscription to protect an unlimited amount of devices. And we've got a huge GBNews discount for you too. Click the link in this video's description and you'll get a massive 83% off PIA. That's under £2 a month, the price of a coffee, and you'll get an extra 4 months completely free on top. Also, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee too. Visit piavpn.com/GBnews to start protecting yourself digitally today.
We know that the Reform Party have been working the seat ever since this incident took place. People were suspecting that there could be a by-election, but we now know with this custodial sentence being handed down, this does meet one of the conditions whereby a recall petition can be brought by the constituents of Runcorn and Helsby. Of course, this could be some time until there is a by-election, but if that recall petition that is surely now going to get underway is successful, this could be the first real electoral test in terms of a parliamentary seat for the Labour Party since the general election.
It will. It's worth just reminding viewers that if he appeals and if this 10-week time in jail is given in, say, community service or something different, then there won't be a recall petition. So it's worth noting that for viewers and listeners that he could appeal this and it could all change. It has in the past with Claudia Webber in the last Parliament. She was convicted of harassment, and then that was reduced to community service on appeal. So if that were to happen, he could carry on sitting as an independent MP, not as a Labour MP, but there'd be no requirement for a recall petition. So we're on the road towards what could be a by-election in this seat, but we're not there yet.
Yeah, and Christopher, just casting my mind back to when this footage emerged, it was all caught on CCTV. It was very dramatic. You saw Mike Amesbury, now sentenced to jail, punching a man, here we go, punching a man while he was already on the floor. Very violent, very aggressive, appeared to be quite late at night near a pub as well. I think you could call it a bit of a late night brawl, really. It's not what the public expect of those who are meant to represent them.
No, absolutely. I mean, in Amesbury, Mike has, to be fair, pled guilty to that punch. He's a former Labour member since he was 17 years old. He's a son of a carpet fitter and a dinner lady, 55 years old, councillor for Labour Council since 2006, and he was an MP since 2017. The seat then in Weaver Vale was wound up and changed in 2024. A very experienced politician. His career now lies in disgrace. Even if he comes back from this and gets this jail term appealed successfully, his career politically is in a sense over, although he can remain as an independent MP.
Now, we also heard today that Mike Amesbury will only serve 40% of his 10-week sentence. So it won't be 10 weeks, it'll be more like 4. Now, that would work out to be just about a month in jail at the Category B prison HMP Alt Course in Liverpool. Well, we also spoke to Peter Blexley, the former superintendent, earlier today, who does not think this sentence is long enough. Let's take a listen.
This sentence is woefully inadequate. So many of us have seen the video, the level of violence that Amesbury used against this man, the amount of times that he punched him. And any experienced murder detective will have told you about cases that they worked on where one punch can kill someone. This doesn't reflect the seriousness of the situation. And most importantly, it doesn't act as a deterrent to villains in these increasingly violent streets that are now plaguing the UK.
Well, this is the thing. This man is supposed to represent us, at least his constituents. He has a huge responsibility, or had a huge responsibility in Parliament, representing the views, protecting the public, putting forward legislation even, Peter. So you think 10 weeks, how far would you go for this then?
Oh, I would be looking at a couple of years as an absolute minimum. And I would like to live in a world whereby the sentence you receive is the sentence that you serve. In all likelihood, he'll serve a fraction of 10 weeks, probably, ironically, being let out under an early release scheme brought about by what was his government. We need deterrence. Violence is breaking out on the streets of Britain in every town, village, hamlet and city at a frightening rate. It's simply not good enough to weigh somebody off with a pathetically, woefully inadequate sentence like this, because it will not deter anyone.
OK, well, there you have it. What do you think? Do you think 10 weeks is enough for what you saw? He literally punched a man, a constituent, importantly, punched him and then continued to punch him as he was on the floor. Is that what we expect from our MPs? And is 10 weeks really enough? when he'll only serve about 4. We'll be monitoring this closely and providing you with the latest updates. Of course we will. What will happen in this by-election? Reformer trying to get out there. They're trying to get out the vote in this by-election. They're saying that it could be a really exciting contest for the party. Labour is saying that they'll win the by-election with another Labour candidate. It could be a tense one, and we'll bring you everything here on the GB News YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. This has been Emily Carver, and thank you for watching.